Okay, so I haven't streamed in quite a while, very long while. In the meantime, I grew a beard, I trimmed the beard, and I'm waiting for it to grow again. Um, I'm actually going to be mixing this stream, but first I want to make sure that, stuff's actually working. So bear with me for just a little while I make sure that everything's working as it should. I know it's boring to watch people go through the whole, oh, is it working? Can you hear me? Thing, but again, since I haven't actually done any streaming in quite a while means almost 8 years, no, almost 6 years, because life happens and life can be distracting sometimes. Let's see. Where are you at? Here. Okay. Good. Good. You should actually be able to hear my system. Uh, Fantastic. Okay. Let's see. Am I actually live? That's the big question. Am I actually live? I should be live. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. This is so weird. And the video is so low quality on Facebook. That's hilarious. Awesome sauce. Okay. I could be talking to myself. Okay, no. I'm actually trying to go live. Let's see. Good. Okay. Cool. That's fun. Okay. My gosh, so much stuff. Let's see. Okay. This and this. Wait, what? I am live. There you go. Cool. I'm here. You're here. We're all here. I should be already streaming. Okay, that's weird. Am I live here? Sorry, this is boring, I know. What can you do about it? Am I here? 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 No. Hello? 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 Is it me you're looking for? I'm not a singer, so Okay. Cool beans. The coolest of beans. Facebook, Twitch, Kick. Why can I still hear myself? I shouldn't be hearing myself. Okay, cool. This, 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 and this. Whew! Okay. Time to be all lame and stuff. And move here. Okay, my head's like super small. Super small, and I have no idea where to place my head. I'm gonna place myself here. Under the waveform. No, I'm gonna place myself here. Right. Left. Right. Okay, it's a weird crop, but hey. No time to fix it at the moment. It's gonna have to be that way. Man, slightly better. Cool. I'm actually gonna stop recording. I'm gonna start recording again. Restream. Okay, Mixcloud want me to pay for this. I'm not gonna pay for it at the moment. Okay, so the stream's actually louder than I am, so I'm gonna bring the stream down. Okay. Cool. Man, that sounds like... I gotta choose a better sample for the floor tone. Okay, we're gonna get there a bit later. I can hear myself again from somewhere. It's a kick. That's not cool. I'm gonna mute kick. Because I don't want to be able to hear myself, because it's confusing. Oh, it's so confusing. Kill. Boom. Let me know if there's something weird in the neighborhood. And you know who you gotta call? Of course, it's the Ghostbusters. Ah! I'm already getting spammed by Kick. Hello, streamer. I came across your channel and I see great potential I can help you grow with. Boo! WhatsApp +234 707 162 5275 or Discord Horlar Diamond. Horlar Diamond 1. Don't pay for their services because they're scammy. I think they're spammy, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the thinking behind this template. As you can see, it's quite a big one. There's a lot of tracks. There's a lot of buses. This template alone is eating 9 gigabytes of my RAM out of the 32 I have. This is Michael Brower's template. And it's been calibrated and routed so it matches his thinking. He's one of my favorite mixers. Don't worry, bus B isn't mixing. I've just pinned it up here. The biggest challenge with mixing into his template is the fact that he mixes into compression, which means that as opposed to the normal way we're used to doing things, where you apply compression after you've got the elements going, there's actually the bass and the kick and the snare and the toms and percussion going into the same bus. So when you've got the kick, a lot of low end, you've got the bass, a lot of low end, they're competing. So to illustrate this, I'm going to bring up the bass and you're going to hear the kick get smaller and smaller and smaller and quieter because the compressor is reacting more to the bass, bringing down the kick. See what I mean? That's what I mean. So, oh man. So my job is first to get the rhythm going, to get the low end going, which can be weird. Why? Because it is prerogative to be weird. I've got another screen here. That's why I keep looking up. That's where my chats are. So this is a sample, right? Obviously. It's not even a good sample, but it's boomy. So I'm gonna fix a bit of the boominess with our trusty Pro Q, because I'm so used to using it. Pro Q4. Actually, let me check something out. I don't have that preset here, but I do have it somewhere. Let's see. Not here. No. So basically, it's the fundamental that's ringing out too much. So what I can actually do. I'm gonna turn this into, you know, as opposed to previous years when I was mixing live, I'm now actually feeling like I'm by myself, as opposed to mixing to company. With company, not to company. Does that make sense? Okay, does it say in my story that I'm live? No, it don't say. But I am live. So. Not sure what's up. Huh. Okay. Does it say here that I'm live? No. Yes? No. Well, let's just do this then. Create live video. Public. It's unrealistic to go live on Instagram. Okay, let's continue. As you can hear, the low end is pulled to the side because I'm working with dual mono compressors, right? Everything is dual mono, so that the stereo field gets to breathe as well. So because of that, if I don't rein in the low end, you don't actually get, wait, if I don't rein in the low end, you don't actually get good stereo image because it's pulling to the left, because the right side where the floor tom is compressing too much. Listen. Can you hear that? Ooh. The rumble of the floor tom is pulling the whole thing to the left. So okay, I'm gonna bring this down even a little bit more, but I'm gonna turn this where at? I'm I'm gonna turn it down by like 3 dB. I don't need to make it do this. And I'm gonna set the threshold to automatic. Let's see. I actually need longer release time. I mean, or I could just trim the audio item even more, which is exactly what I'll do. So this band I'm mixing now, they're called Kloshka, which is Romanian for the hen. They're a super cool local band. Very talented, very fun guys. And they're a bit unhinged in the best meaning of the word, because they do a lot of stuff. I mean, their singer slash guitar player started an initiative of connecting with beginner bands so that they aren't alone on their way to making music, which is awesome. And we've been discussing doing something together where we produce songs for these local bands, like produce, record, mix, master at a fair price to support them. I'm not gonna work for free. Darius isn't gonna work for free, but we're not gonna charge our full price because we wanna be supportive. Okay, this is better now. Oh, much better. Okay, let's bring it down a bit more. So this is a dynamic EQ band. Why am I not using a multi-band compressor? You use a multi-band compressor. I don't wanna. That's why. I like the interface of an EQ. I'm not gonna go into teaching moments here because that's not the goal of these streams. I can do teaching streams at a later point if people want to see more. Let's attack this. Okay, there you go. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the transient designer here. Let's see, what do I have here? I'm gonna go for isotope, because I love the isotopes, man. I'm gonna increase the attack because I want more attack. I'm gonna decrease the sustain because I want a lot less sustain. Let's listen. Oh. Okay, let's hear a combination of the two. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna assess how these toms sound in the mix. They sound super artificial because they're samples. We decided to go with a different aesthetic than what was recorded, and we couldn't re-record, not realistically so. So we literally went with we have to use samples because of that. Okay, let's bring up more of the low end. When I disappear out of the stream, well, out of the images because I'm bending over to look at the screen more, which I know is bad for my posture. I know. What can you do about it? I don't like this. I would like the camera to follow me. Let's see if I can set that up in Camo Studio. Okay, it's stabilized, manual. Okay, auto without zoom. Okay, I should be. Okay, it's following me a bit more. Hello. Not perfect. I'll work on it. Cool, what's next? What is next on the agenda? Let's look at the compressor, how much we're working with. Oh, not a lot. This is what the compressor is actually hearing. I mean, I could hit everything harder, but I don't want to. I'll see if I need to add more. Okay, bass is up. Okay, let's listen to just bass E. These are the raw sounds, by the way. Not the raw sounds. What am I talking about? Some of the tracks are being processed in parallel. So you've got bus B for drums, percussion, bass, drums and bass mostly. And you've got different buses covering different things, and then you've got bus V, which is there just to sum the various vocal compressors. Can you hear me? Of course you can. I'm gonna clear up the noise in my office as well when I mix. I would call it a studio, but I'm not in the studio, I'm in my office because that's where I work. Headphones, baby! I can mix anywhere. Anywhere. I might be doing some streams from the studio as well at some point, but the problem is the internet kind of sucks there. So I won't be able to stream, not reliably, so we'll see. Okay, I feel like I could bring in a bit more bass. A bit too loud. Okay, cool. Next, I've added the snare. Let's see. Bring the snare up a bit. Is this going to E as well? Yeah, B and E. Let's bring it up. Too much. It's like the compressor is like, people Michael Brown describes is like an elastic band, and you keep pushing into these compressors until you find the right point where the elastic band isn't too loose and it's not too stretched. And at that point, that's where you've got your levels right. It's very different to, it's very different to the way I'm used to mixing. I've got my own template set up and it's a lot more conventional. Actually borrowed some stuff from my great buddy, David Glenn from themixacademy.com. Super awesome guy. Check him out. If you like worship music and CCM, definitely check him out. That's his specialty. He's a multi-platinum mixer, meaning songs he worked on, they've got like a total of over 1 billion streams. So guy's huge and awesome. Love you, David Glenn. You're one of my best friends, man. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional here. Ooh, terrible. Ooh, terrible. Ooh, terrible. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Cool. Okay. Moving on. Let's add the hi-hat. So like seriously, we actually had to do a lot of sound replacement here because of the difference in tone. Let's judiciously high pass and low pass the hi-hat because I don't need it to be so bright. Let's call it hi-hat and ride. That's hitting some serious compression here. This should be off. Yeah, compressor's off. Let's change the tone of the whole mix, and again, and again, and again, and again. Oh man, that floor tom's killing me. The hi-hat's really struggling here. Because of what? It's going to parent, it's going to parent. Okay. Okay, I don't think we need Saturn here. Don't need this either. We'll need this. Okay. I think it's the kick. Pumping a bit too much. Let's see what we have here. Let's bring it by 2 dB. Okay, you know what? I'll send a bit of hi-hat right to bus E directly. Just a bit. So it pumps less. It's already being sent via here. No, wait. Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna do it from the overheads bus, so I don't confuse all things. Okay, cool. Let's add the actual crashes and the China. Loud. Kind of like the vibe, the ride being a bit pumpy. We'll see later on in the mix if I still like it. As you see, I have no room mics here. I might create them later. I don't know. Let's see. Trash mic, same. I don't have a lot of this. I don't have a specialized track to be distorted. Nothing here, nothing here. Okay, cool, cool. Good. Okay, the fun percussion. Okay. Let's do the rhythm guitars here. Let's bring them up. Step by step. We're gonna start with the chorus guitars and the everything guitars. These A5L are power chords. The guitars don't interact with the drums except on the mix bus, so I've got a lot of leeway as to what I can do. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pin all of these. Oh man, that's a lot of pinning. I'm gonna pin just what I need to have pinned. I'm gonna unpin the master track 2. Just bus C. I'm actually pushing more. I'm curious of one thing. I'm gonna move this track to somewhere else. chords. I'm gonna make these darker. Let's go for. Oh, let me type it in, please. Let me type it. Oh, come on. 500 and probably 6K. Let me try that. I know the guitars are starting to overtake the drums and the bass a bit. I know, that's fine for now, because I've got I've got these VCAs which actually affect the level of the individual instrument groups. So oh wow, that affected everything as opposed to just the drums. What's going on? Okay, that's for everything. That's also for everything. Okay, there's a problem in my routing. I'll sort it out later. Let me make a note of it. Okay, left myself a note. Okay. Let's go for the second verse. Actually, let me try one thing before that. This does nothing, right? It's just a bus. Yeah. There are no individual sends from here to anywhere. Well, actually, there is. Let's see. That's pretty nice of me. So basically, the workflow for this type of for this approach to mixing is you get all the instruments right, hitting the buses, their individual mix buses right, and then you bring down the VCA faders which are broken, which I'll have to fix, and then you do the relative balance of everything in the mix by groups. That's the approach. Why? Thanks. Actually, before that, let me check this. Mr. Corner, come on, typing skills. Amplified instrument processor. I haven't actually used this one before. Do I have any presets here? Guitars. Okay. Well, this should be mono, so. Oh, wow, that sounds fun. This is a cool thing. This insufferable mid-range filter, it actually filters out the terribleness you usually get in guitars. So that's cool. So we've got an EQ here, VCA compressor, stereo field manipulator, goniometer? Yeah, goniometer, that's what I'm gonna call it. And I think somewhere here we've got the background stuff. High pass, low pass filter, yeah. Analog channel variants. And then obviously all the cool stuff, right? All the tweakables. I'm not gonna use it now. So I don't wanna. This is a bit scratchy. So maybe I am gonna use it, but on the guitar. This is what the plugin's doing. If you hold Alt or Option in Reaper and you click the plugin mix knob, you can actually listen to the delta. Can you hear it? But once it changes the chord, I can hear it again. I'll see if I can actually hear it in the mixing. If it's a problem, I'll fix it. This amp sounds super crunchy, a bit too crunchy for my taste. Oh man. Nope. Okay. Okay, that's how I control the guitars and the stuff. Not from the VCAs, from the instrument folders. Why did I create the VCAs then? And why are they broken? I remember them working. Anyway. Okay, just for fun, let's solo the guitars and hit the compressor too. Dirty. Yeah? Yes. Cool. The drums are still pumping a bit too much. Is it a kick? I think it's a kick. Actually, I'm gonna send less of it to bass. Oh, come on. This is just not good routing on my part. Because I want to have control over I'm gonna send the individual drum elements to bus B as well. So I have control over snare, toms, B. Let's see, overheads. Nothing here, okay. No point. B, E, and I don't need a parent send here because I'll have to control these individually. See, these do nothing now. B, toms, sorted. B, E, overhead, B, E, cymbals. I mean, it's the exact same thing. Cool. Overheads, BE. I'm gonna say change these to cymbals because I don't have actual overheads. Room, that doesn't matter. Well, unfortunately, it's this super cool kick that causes the problem. I might mult it, split it, duplicate it, and keep the lows, the highs separate. Okay. Where's the bass? listen to this in. Keyboards, these are gonna be something. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna empty some of the mid here, some of the mid information. There we go. It's gonna work here as well. Gets much quieter by default, but let's see if the tone is right. beautiful. See? This could be going harder into the compressor. Yes, I should be hitting it much harder, so I'm gonna do it inside the compressor then. Makeup gain. I'll bring down the threshold. I think the synth tracks, which are just these, I'm gonna send these to bus A. No, I'm gonna send them to D. Or we prefer. Forgot to finish with the guitars, right? Completely forgot about them. electric guitars. You know what? I'm gonna bring the percussion down on the first chorus just a bit. 2 dB. You know what? I might redo the guitars, not the tones, but I think I'm hitting the amps too hard. So I might have to redo those. We'll see. Let me check the master track now. Let me add up these two. Okay. I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna check the compressors. Oh, damn. Don't know if you can still see me. I want to distract myself by checking. understand how. Okay, I like the cleaner sound of the knot tape, which I'm hitting too hard. Right. I'll check the gain staging a bit later once I have all the elements in, because I still have something very scratchy in the sound of the guitars, which is not present in the production. So it's one of the plugins, but which one? Obviously, there's a ton of low end here, which I gotta get rid of. Can send this one for a bit more live wide guitar. cheat just a bit, just a smidge. I'm gonna. Okay, too much. I want to have Darius strum the guitar a bit slower. So that's what I'm cheating. Bit slower still. They're hitting hard and being compressed super hard. Right. Boom. No, they're not. Not sure what's going on. If I have both playing, I'm not attracting attention to the part. Whereas if I have just one of them playing, it sounds like the guitar is being played, so I might leave them as they are. Ooh, gotta flip some. Gotta rotate some phase here. Phase suggest. Boom. There we go. Problem solved. This one should be fine. Oh, actually it's not. Huh. Interesting. Okay, problem solved now. Next up, actually gonna bring the vocals in. As you can see, the vocals are very even in the chorus and the verse, but să ascult cuvintele tale și gândurile mele mă purtau mai sus de stelele ce plâng că tu ești acum doar rămas bun. There's a solid chance I accidentally rendered these with the distortion and the effects on. Yeah, I did. So I'm gonna have to do that. My ears are tired now. Let me switch scenes out of respect for you. There you go. I'm gonna leave a note. Rebounds use the vocals without. There you go. Lead vocals. Good. So, this was fun. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna be streaming again. And that's about it. Thank you very much. Have a great one and see you tomorrow? Later? Tomorrow? Not sure.